Welcome to English Language Academy. How to learn English easily. Contents are 1. Introduction. 2. The psychology of language learning. 3. Overview of essential language skills. 4. Immersive learning techniques. 5. Building vocabulary effectively. 6. Grammar simplified and easy approach. 7. Mastering each core skill. 7.1 Listening, 7. Speaking, 7.3 Reading, 7.4 Writing. 8. Using technology and digital tools. 9. Effective learning schedules and goal setting. 10. Avoiding common pitfalls. 11. Conclusion. 1. Introduction. English has become a universal medium for communication in various spheres: business, academics, travel, and media. However, the path to learning it does not have to be overly complex. The objective of this report is to outline structured, simple methods to learn English more easily and to create an enjoyable journey to fluency. We'll examine approaches that make language acquisition accessible for everyone. 2. The psychology of language learning. Understanding how the brain processes language is key to easier learning. This section will cover language acquisition versus language learning, the subconscious process of acquiring language through exposure, and the conscious process of formal learning. The role of motivation and consistency, developing intrinsic motivation to ensure long-term engagement and practical methods to build consistent habits. Learning styles, identifying if you are more of a visual, auditory, reading, writing, or kinesthetic learner and adapting methods accordingly. 3. Overview of essential language skills. Learning English requires balanced development in 4 key areas: listening, engaging with and comprehending spoken language in various accents and intonations; speaking, developing the ability to express thoughts and respond in real-time conversations; reading, building vocabulary and understanding sentence structure through texts; writing, formulating coherent and grammatically correct sentences to communicate effectively. 4. Immersive learning techniques. Immersion is one of the most effective ways to pick up a language. This section explores how to create an English-speaking environment even if you're not in an English-speaking country. Create a daily English environment, switching the language of your devices, consuming English media, and even surrounding yourself with English language materials. Language partners and conversation groups, using apps like HelloTalk, Tandem, and local meetups to engage in real conversations. Living in English every day. Ways to use English in everyday life, from thinking in English to narrating your day-to-day activities. 5. Building vocabulary effectively. The 80-20 rule for vocabulary, learning high-frequency words for basic conversation and common interactions. Contextual learning, understanding new vocabulary through context rather than isolated memorization. Spaced repetition systems, using Anki or Quizlet for structured, spaced repetition to retain vocabulary. Vocabulary from media, watching shows, movies, and reading articles to pick up natural language usage. 6. Grammar simplified and easy approach. Grammar can be intimidating, but simplifying it can make it easier to learn. Focus on core grammar rules. First, starting with basic tenses, sentence structures, and commonly used verbs. Context-based grammar, learning grammar in context rather than abstract rules. Practice through sentence formation, creating sentences, journaling, and simple written tasks to internalize grammar. 7. Mastering each core skill. 7.1 Listening, using graded listening material, starting with English podcasts, audiobooks, and YouTube channels designed for English learners. Active listening. Techniques to listen actively, take notes, and improve comprehension. Shadowing and imitation exercises. Repeating phrases and sentences from audio sources to improve pronunciation and fluency. 7.2 Speaking the mirror technique. Practicing in front of a mirror to build confidence and reduce hesitation. daily speaking practice, finding a language partner, using apps like Cambly, or practicing with friends. Role-playing conversations, practicing real-life scenarios like ordering food or asking for directions to gain comfort. 7.3 Reading using graded readers. Books written at various language levels help learners gain confidence in reading. Interactive reading techniques. Underlining new vocabulary, summarizing paragraphs, and rephrasing for better comprehension. Daily reading habits. Reading English newspapers, blogs, and short stories to strengthen vocabulary and structure. 7.4 Writing journaling in English. Writing about daily experiences to improve expression and grammar. Essay and letter writing. Structuring longer pieces to practice formal writing. Getting feedback on writing, using tools like Grammarly or asking native speakers for corrections. 8. Using technology and digital tools. Today's technology offers extensive support for English learners. Language apps, Duolingo, Memrise, and Babbel for foundational vocabulary and grammar. Speech recognition tools, using Google Speech or Siri to practice pronunciation and fluency. Flashcards and SRS. Digital flashcard tools like Anki for effective vocabulary retention. Grammar and spell checkers, Grammarly, Ginger, and Hemingway app for writing practice and improvement. 9. Effective learning schedules and goal setting. Creating SMART goals. Setting goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Building consistent habits. Scheduling daily practice times and setting weekly language milestones. Tracking progress. Keeping a learning journal or using progress tracking apps to monitor improvement. 10. Avoiding common pitfalls. Overwhelming yourself with grammar, focusing too much on grammar can be demotivating. Focus instead on practical application. Comparing yourself with others. Language learning is individual and progress varies. Stay focused on personal goals. Neglecting listening and speaking. Balancing all 4 skills rather than just focusing on reading and writing. 11. Conclusion. The journey to learning English can be simplified by following structured, proven techniques that focus on real-life language use and practical exercises. With consistency, immersion, and a focus on each skill area, learners can become proficient and fluent in English with less effort and greater enjoyment. Thanks for watching English Language Academy. Subscribe now.